What's with the stove?
It is our next story.
It's about cooking?
Sort of. It is a military myth, and it's about replacing your normal cooking fuel with something usually considered far more destructive.
With explosives?
Not just any explosive, your favorite.
Well, that'd be C4.
Exactly. The myth is that C4 is so stable, you can light it with a match and it will burn and cook your lunch.
And it doesn't explode?
It won't. Although, you're told not to stomp on it or drop your pot on it, because that could make it blow up.
Well, that would make for some hot chili.
Indeed.
C4, not just the explosive of choice for the MythBusters.
When in doubt, C4.
But also the military. But can C4's power be used another way to cook with without exploding?
Well, that's great.
Well, there's two parts to this story. One is that supposedly you can light C4 on fire and it will burn without blowing up. And the second is that you better not drop a pot on it or stomp on it while it's on fire, because that could make it blow up. I think we should test both of those.
Sure.
So to find out if this myth is cooking with gas or just a flash in the pan, the guys head to the safety of, you guessed it, a bomb range.
Now, before we get down to the business of testing this myth, let's reacquaint ourselves with C4, shall we? For this is not simply a stable, high-speed explosive in a plastic medium that you can mold into the shape of a bunny and blow up. Oh no, this is versatile stuff. Let's take a look at a simple C4 detonation.
This is why the military likes C4. It can make things go away.
That's one way to cut up a watermelon.
But C4's got a whole lot of practical uses too.
Next time you see this, it's gonna have a hole in it.
Even just 1 ounce packs a real punch.
Wow!
That would be a hole, through and through.
But it's also a precision device too.
This piece of metal bent into a W shape is going to cut this bar cleanly in half. That's right, W stands for whoopah! That is beautiful. Look at that nice clean cut.
I could do a little better with the saw, but it does indeed work.
Now that we've seen how it detonates, it's time to tackle our story, which simply stated is that this stuff, C4 plastic explosive, is stable enough to actually light on fire and heat your lunch with, that it will not blow up even if you set it on fire. That's what we're about to test.
Okay, why might burning C4 explode? Well, heat causes molecules to become excited. The greater the heat, the more the molecule mania. And that can cause instability and possibly an explosion. So from the safety of their bunker and ignited by a remote neon transformer...
You ready? Igniting C4, seeing if it burns without blowing up. In 3, 2, 1. Yep.
Burning. Wow. It's really burning.
It burns hot.
But blowing up it ain't.
I don't think I'd want to be next to that. I don't care what they say.
The C4 burned at more than 1,000 degrees, rapidly, and without a kaboom. That's very good news for this myth, so far.
Now that we know it burns, let's see how well it cooks.
Can you cook your goose safely using C4? The military myth says you can, and Jamie and Adam are hot on the trail to find out.
It's really burning.
So far, they've seen it does burn, but that's not all.
Let's just pause and take a moment here to recognize that we just ignited a high explosive and burned it, and it didn't blow up. This is gonna be fun.
Given this is a military myth, they're going to use a ready-to-heat and eat military meal.
All right, time to choose what we're gonna cook.
So what's for dinner, chef?
Well, we've got 4 choices. Spaghetti with meat sauce, pork sausage with cream gravy, Southwest-style beef and black beans with sauce, or my personal favorite, the brisket entree.
I'll go with pork. We always go with pork in these explosive experiments, don't we?
Done, let's do it. Here you go.
Okay.
So, menu sorted. They'll pop an Army pork packet in water and use C4 to try to heat it.
So what's for dinner is an MRE, a meal ready to eat. It's standard Army issue. And there are these little packets that have your entire meal. All you do is put them in some water and heat the water and you've got your food.
So all that's left to do now is retire to a safe distance and light the C4.
We're good to go.
Here we go. Cooking lunch with C4 in 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. It's burning beautifully.
Again, the C4 burns vigorously. It gets extremely hot, but burns out extremely quickly. And that's not a good combination for a cooking fuel.
Wow, and that's it. It's like 2 minutes, it burns out.
Yeah, it burns vigorously, but a little too quickly. Let's see how hot we got the food.
Indeed, the proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Eating food cooked with C4. It's not bad, but it's not hot.
No, it's kind of warm.
You know, they make fuels for heating up MREs.
That probably worked better than this did.
Well, we should test that.
Okay.
With the C4 cooked MRE barely lukewarm, the guys now want to scientifically test how C4 compares with 3 other commercially available cooking fuels. After all, if other fuels are better, why would a soldier even resort to using C4?
So these are our cooking fuels. There are tablets that you might normally use while camping made of hexamethylene tetramine. There's a trioxane tablet, which is issued by the military for their rations. And there is chafing dish fuel, which is basically an alcohol.
Each of the fuels will be ignited simultaneously, and each will then attempt to do its best to heat up an identically sized pot of water. This is comparative cooking test for fuels, including C4, in 3, 2, 1, go.
The neon transformer simultaneously sparks up all 4 fuels, each of which weighs 1 ounce.
C4 is definitely going.
Yeah, they're all going. Now we wait.
Now we wait.
But that wait isn't long, as the C4 burns itself out in 2 minutes.
C4's water is at 117 degrees Fahrenheit. Everything else is burning along merrily.
Closely followed by the trioxane, the fuel of choice by the military.
All right, trioxane got up to 120 degrees.
And then the hexamethylene tetramine.
Ho, ho, ho! 149 degrees Fahrenheit.
Finally, the chafing dish.
Oh, a measly 115 degrees Fahrenheit. So how did our C4 do in the cooking fuel cook-off? Not badly. By this chart here, we can see that one of our fuels, hexamethylene tetramine, did a spectacular job, heating the water to a piping hot 149 degrees. The other 2, the chafing dish fuel and trioxane, heated within a couple of degrees of C4, and you'll note C4 did the job a lot faster. That tells me it not only burns, it is a viable cooking fuel.
Part 1 of the C4 cook-off myth is confirmed. C4 can make a stable, reliable fuel.
Burning beautifully.
So it's on to part 2. If that flaming C4 gets some sort of impact, will it lose its stability and explode to kingdom come?
An explosion is a chemical reaction, and heat tends to speed up chemical reactions. So it makes sense that if you're burning an explosive, it's going to make it more sensitive. So if we happen to be cooking with C4, and what we're cooking with weighs, say, 7.5 pounds, and it drops on the burning C4, you might have a problem.
With the heavy pot raised to a height of 3 feet above the C4, it will stop with a force of 150 pounds. It's time for the drop test.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready if you are.
I am. All right, I'm going to ignite the C4 in 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Let's let it get nice and hot.
Once the C4 is burning fiercely, they'll drop the heavy pot on it to see if it explodes.
This is a full pot dropped on flaming C4 in 3, 2, 1, go.
They just put it out.
Well, you know what they say.
A watch pot doesn't explode.
No, a drop pot doesn't explode. Thanks for ruining my joke.
It seems that even alight, the C4 is still too stable for a 7-pound pot to prompt an explosion.
Well, the myth is that pot dropped on flaming C4 will make it go off, and we got a perfect landing. No explosion. I don't even see the C4. Wait a second. There it is. No explosion at all. Right now, it's not looking very good for the myth.
Well, that didn't work. What's next?
Well, I've heard two parts to this. One is that you shouldn't drop a pot on the flaming C4, but the other is that you shouldn't try and stamp it out.
Stomping on burning C4. Well, I'm not going to do that. You can do that if you want.
Well, thanks, but no thanks. I've actually worked on the perfect thing. Editors, roll the montage of my robot stomper build.
Okay, here's what Adam made earlier.
Ow!
A pneumatically powered stomping robot.
I think he's ready for prime time.
He certainly is.
There we go. Powering up the man. Perfect.
Now for the second impact test, with Adam's robot designed to accurately replicate the force of a human stomp. Will that set off an explosion when it hits the burning C4?
So the question is whether this shoe stomping on a burning explosive is going to be more effective at setting it off than dropping a cast iron pot on it. On the one hand, this shoe with its pneumatics has a lot more power than a dropped pot. But on the other hand, the sole of the shoe is a lot softer, so I'd say it's anybody's guess.
Well, to take out the guesswork,
That ought to do it.
the first step is C4 ignition.
Make it like a nice toasty marshmallow.
And then step 2 is to fire up Robo Stomp.
In 3, 2, 1, stop! Ha! Nothing! Oh, it's on his shoe!
Despite the impact of Robo Stomp's pneumatic foot, the burning C4 is still too stable to explode.
Well, our robot stomper performed admirably, and he still was not able to get the flaming C4 to explode. Look, you don't get much more real world than dropping the cooking pot or stomping on the burning C4, and nothing happened. It's just too stable. Clearly, we're gonna have to go to some ridiculous lengths to get this stuff to blow up. Exactly.
So, did someone mention dropping a really heavy object?
So why the Anvil? Well, this testing is all about determining how shock sensitive a C4 is. When we drop this Anvil, we're looking at something like 1,500 pounds per square inch being exerted on that C4. And that's quite an impact. And if that doesn't do it, that says a lot about the myth.
Indeed it does. Because the Anvil tops the scales at 90 pounds.
Looks like we have ignition, flaming C4 with an anvil dropped on it, and 3, 2, 1, go! Oh! Perfect landing, nice work. And no explosion. I don't know what's gonna blow this stuff up.
It looks like flaming C4 can take a lot of punishment without going bang.
I, for one, am thrilled by this result. We have rarely gotten to such a quintessential Wile E. Coyote moment as dropping a 90-pound anvil on a ball of flaming high explosives, and yet we got no explosion. This is very stable stuff.
Something Jamie totally agrees with.
We've burned it, we've smashed it and burned it. I don't know what else to do to it.
Let's shoot it with guns.
Sure, why not?
When used correctly, C4 can do this.
Wow, that was a rush.
And when used incorrectly, it can do this.
Burning beautifully.
But could a sudden sharp impact make this do this? So far, impact has failed to get burning C4 to explode. But is that all about to change?
So we dropped an anvil on the C4, nothing happened. Blunt force doesn't work. The only other thing that I can think of that is a really hard, fast impact on something, short of another explosive, is a bullet. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fire a speeding bullet into burning C4.
Will that high impact be enough to cause an explosion?
The first bullet we'll be firing with is your basic .308 caliber sniper round. It's a 7.62 NATO, and it flies through the air at 2,600 feet per second.
That bullet at that speed will give a staggering force on the burning C4 of about 25,000 pounds.
Oh, she's going pretty good.
All right, I think I'm gonna fire. This is shooting a regular bullet at a flaming ball of C4.
No, I think you missed.
I missed. All right, let's try that again.
And with a few words of encouragement from the peanut gallery,
You're not nervous about making the shot, are you? Like you might miss, huh?
No.
Not at all?
Nope.
Kind of makes you shaky when you're nervous.
All right, I think I'm ready to go. Safety's off.
Don't miss.
I'm not gonna miss. Shooting a flaming ball of C4 with a regular old bullet. Damn it looks like I missed it.
so with the score at C4 2, Adam zip, and Jamie too gun-shy to take a shot, the guys turn to a pro.
I'm an okay shot. Not a great shot, I'm okay. I missed my first shot, nicked the second. What we're about to do is hand over responsibility for the shooting in this story to Sergeant Dan Powell, whose gun this is. Hopefully he'll make the shots much better than we could.
Sergeant Deadshot Dan nails the target on his first shot. The burning C4 bounces, but a big boom there ain't.
Well, there you have it. A normal bullet did not cause burning C4 to explode.
The next bullet we'll be firing with is this, a tracer round. It's got a bit of phosphorus in its base that allows the shooter to see the path the bullet takes. It also flies through the air at 2,600 feet per second.
A bullet striking with a force of 25,000 pounds, plus added heat from the burning phosphorus, means it's going to hit hard and hot.
You may fire when ready. Oh! That was a direct hit, no explosion.
Once again, the bullet impacts the C4, but
Nothing.
2 bullets down and still no detonation.
The last round we'll be firing is this, an incendiary round. Inside is magnesium aluminum alloy and barium nitrate, which ignite upon extreme impact. You see where I'm going with this?
It's down to this shot. Can the impact of a high explosive bullet finally make the difference to our burning C4 and make it go boom?
All right, fire it well.
Oh!
Nice.
That
Bullseye.
was beautiful. Nice shot, no explosion.
Really? No explosion?
I know what you're saying. You're saying, wait a minute, MythBusters. I see the bullet hit flaming C4 and I see what looks like an explosion. But it's an incendiary round. That's what it's meant to do. In order not to confuse you, we filmed this high-speed footage of that same type of round hitting a blank metal plate. I think that makes the point nicely, don't you?
It does. The explosive round may have exploded, but the blazing C4 did not blow up.
So bullets won't detonate flaming C4.
Nope. We got to come up with something else.
We do.
Adam and Jamie have gone all out testing the 2-pronged military myth that burning C4 to cook with is safe,
It's burning beautifully. It's not bad, but it's not hot.
so long as you don't bash it while it's alight. To test that, they've tried dropping heavy objects on it.
Oh!
They've tried shooting it with high-impact bullets,
Oh! Nice shot, no explosion.
but nothing's detonated the burning C4. So in a last-ditch attempt to cause it to explode, they're ramping it up to the max.
Time to mix some thermite.
Thermite, that high-intensity extreme heat material that can cause explosive reactions.
Wow!
If anything's going to superheat the molecules in C4 enough to set it off, then it's thermite.
Thermite is a mixture of 2 different metal powders. One is the fuel, the other is the oxidizer. Usually that would be aluminum and iron oxide. Now when they're mixed together and ignited, they burn with extremely high temperatures, about 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit.
They've proved that C4 burning at just over 1,000 degrees won't explode. But what about at 4,500 degrees?
Here's how our rig is going to theoretically work. Up on the stand, I've got a massive flower pot filled with about 3 gallons of thermite. It will be ignited by a neon transformer, the wires of which are right here. Once ignited, that thermite will start to burn and it will start to drip. Where, you ask? Well, through the bottom of this flower pot, of course. The molten thermite will drip through the bottom of this flower pot right onto our C4. We, of course, we'll be waiting safely behind the blast chamber panels to see if the thermite makes the C4 go boom. Give me the C4. There we, ooh.
Don't drop it.
I won't. Here we go.
So it'll be thermite burning at a super hot 4,500 degrees, pouring directly onto the C4 beneath it.
Call it whenever you're ready.
Okay, molten thermite dripping onto C4 in 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, it's lighting beautifully.
At 4,500 degrees, thermite burns with blinding intensity.
There it goes, pouring right onto the C4. It's a perfect hit. It's just behaving exactly like we wanted.
In spite of the extreme heat, there's no boom.
I can't think of anything else. It's like you're not setting off C4 by accident. That's all there is to it.
I think that's all there is to it. I think we've really done everything we can.
Pretty much.
Even when subjected to 4,500 degrees of pure heat, the C4 keeps its cool.
Everything's still intact. That is one hot pool of molten stuff in there.
I think we could cook weenies on it from here.
So, after all this testing, what exactly will make C4 go boom?
Well, the explosive in C4 is RDX, and you need a blasting cap to set off RDX. The mercury fulminate in a blasting cap moves really fast when it goes off. It's something like 100,000 feet per second. That's over Mach 100, which is really, really fast. And we just can't achieve those kinds of speeds with anything short of a blasting cap.
C4 was designed specifically to be a high explosive that was incredibly stable. And I gotta give it up. It is more stable than I ever thought possible.
So with the C4 scientific certainty sewn up, there's just one thing left to do.
Shall we call this?
I think it's time.
All right, on the first count that C4 can be ignited and heat your lunch, how do you find?
I find that confirmed.
On the second count that said flaming C4 should not be trod upon or dropped upon, how do you find?
I find that busted.
I love it. It's both busted and confirmed at the same time. Let's go back to the shop.
Okay. You know, in spite of the evidence, I just wouldn't stomp on that stuff.
No, neither would I.